Hi, this is Kim Achelis with InBody Yoga Academy. I put together this quick video to show what we're going to be working on this Saturday in class. We are going over the fourth Niyama, Svadhyaya, which is self-study. It has to do with repeating something enough that we can really turn into ourselves and see who we really are, not the external parts of ourselves, but our deep truth. The principles of alignment I'm working with in this sequence are open to grace, which is going to include the foundations of the hands and the feet and side bodies long from the hips to the armpits. Muscular energy, which engages the muscle to the bone, from the body to the midline, and then from the distal points of the body, the hands and the feet, to the active focal point, which is normally in the pelvis or the heart, depending on where the center of gravity is in the posture. And then lastly, organic energy, so the opposite of muscular energy. I will note that I had a fight with broccoli and a knife prior to class. If you see me favoring my left hand, it's because I almost chopped off my pinky finger. Okay, let's get into the practice. So I start the practice with focusing on the alignment principle, open to grace, really working at lengthening from my hips to my armpits and really focusing on the foundation of my hands and my feet, pressing through the finger pads, minus that pinky finger, and knuckle ridges, and the toe pads and the balls of the feet, feeling that stable connection into the earth. Opening to grace is like having that beginner's mind, realizing that we don't know everything and having curiosity to really look in and study ourselves, to take our intention inwards. As we look inwards, we can acknowledge that we aren't at perfect balance. Most likely we aren't experiencing that sattvic feeling of ease and harmony. And so when we look in, we can start to notice, what do we have too much of? That's rajas or rajastic. And what do we have too little of? Tamas or tamistic. And as we do this self-study, we can start to cultivate more of this sattvic attitude, this attitude of ease and harmony within our body, mind, and our heart. Now I'm focusing on the second universal principle of alignment, muscular energy. So you see I'm lifting up one limb at a time. First I'm squeezing my muscles straight to the bone. Then I'm engaging my muscles by squeezing the midline. And then I'm engaging my muscle by pulling from the distal part of that limb, so from the hand, through the shoulder into the back of the heart, and maybe even down into the hip. Now I do it with my whole body, pulling in from my feet to my pelvis, pulling in from my hands to my pelvis. And then repeating again this Ardha Uttanasana to Uttanasana. The first time I did this, when I was doing open to grace, I was focusing on side bodies long. Now I was focusing on really squeezing. Same thing in this lunge. How much can I squeeze and pull into myself? So when we look at Svadhyaya, it's how much can we pull into ourselves? Can we have this stability and this discipline to draw deep into ourselves, to look in that mirror of our heart? That mirror that might have an ugly reflection, so says our ego, and can we really do the work of looking into it, looking past the dust on the mirror, cleaning the dust of the mirror off, so that we can start to see our true reflection, to see the true beauty that shines out of our soul, not the outside, but the inside. And seeing that that beauty is what interconnects us all, that we are all one, and we're all interconnected. So again, squeezing, toned arm bone back, pull in, so much stability. And can I do that in every pose, in every interaction, in every circumstance? Can I do my discipline of studying myself, studying my reaction? If I get pissed off at someone, instead of being pissed off at that person, can I do the study of like, wow, I'm being curious. Why is my mind going this direction? This doesn't serve love. So now I'm focusing on organic energy, extending out from the skin evenly in all directions, extending from the midline out, like inner body bright, and then extending from the focal point down into the earth and from the focal point out through the sky. So again, I'm doing very similar sequences, but I'm playing with a different alignment action. So in these half forward folds, really lengthening through the spine and stretching through the feet. I haven't put my hand on my head to feel that stretch. Rooting down and stretching up and using that force, that action of outward extension to press up into dancer's pose. Organic energy is done at the very end of all of the other alignment actions. So after I've set my foundation, after I've opened to grace and realized I don't know everything, after I've pulled into myself and done this inner work, shined that mirror of my heart from the dust, recognized my truth, recognized the interconnectedness of all and that deep wisdom, then I turn out and I extend out into this world from what I've learned through my self-knowledge. Then I can go out and be of service in a more meaningful way, trying to spread connection, spread love, spread that we're one human family. And I can practice that all on my mat, right? I can't extend out if I'm not doing the work of turning within. In the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, where these 8 limbs are talked about, we're doing the Niyamas, which is the second limb. Asana is the third limb, so really these yoga postures we do are just 1/8 of the practice. But he talks about how consciousness is the ocean and we are waves on the ocean, and you can identify us as a wave because we're in a certain position in space and we're a different shape and we're a different color. This is very much like us humans. When we're in our human bodies, we're in different shapes, we're in different positions of the location of the world. So we have these specific entities, but really we reside within this deeper consciousness of the ocean, this deeper connected oneness. So we turn in, we do this work, we realize we're a wave, and then we turn out and we realize that we're surrounded by all of these waves, but we're all a part of the ocean. So how can we make our flow of energy, our flow of water, the most supportive and transformative for all, so that we can help uplift humanity and uplift ourselves and work towards enlightenment, which is the goal of the Eightfold Path. Thank you for watching.